George, I'm just curious what you've kind of seen from Louisville's defensive front so far during prep. I think they allowed less than 2 yards per carry on Saturday. So what have you kind of taken away from them so far?
They actually have a couple guys that we played last year, a couple guys in the Sun Belt. They're just a stacked defensive line that really gets the job done. They rotate a little bit too, but they're pretty good up front. So we got to be able to handle it.
And I know Saturday was only game one. I know this is only week two. But how special is it to have a rushing attack where multiple guys can come in, have 5, 6+ carries, and all average over like 6, 7 yards per carry?
It's definitely special. It's something that those defensive coordinators on the other side of the ball got to look at going into each and every game. And, we can use each other in a unique way to be able to get the job done and attack defenses however we want.
You mentioned some of the guys that they have playing in the Sun Belt last year. How much does that familiarity help you all when you are going through the prep?
It does because we've been against some of those guys. Obviously, they're incremented into a new defense, so we kind of got to focus on the Louisville team. But I actually grew up with one of those guys on that team, so I know him pretty well. But we just got to continue to dive into the film.
And then last year when you guys played North Carolina for that ACC matchup, how much have you guys been able to take away what you experienced in the week leading up to that game and the preparation and kind of put it into this one so far?
It's definitely a different team we're playing in Louisville. We try not to look back at it, but going into that game, we felt very prepared, and the level of confidence that we have to have the same level of confidence, but it's only going to come by the work we put in this week.
And when Coach was in here, he was talking about when you go into these games, you don't want to view yourselves as the underdogs. You want to just go in and make sure that you're prepared. So how much is that mentality sneaking in where you're, not thinking about what everybody on the outside is saying and expecting Louisville to be the better team? How much is it just you guys focusing on your prep?
Yeah, I don't even think it's sneaking in. I think that's the mindset for us as a team. Understanding that we're not going in there as an underdog, we're going in there to win the game. Everybody in the building believes that, and we have to go in there together believing that and be able to get the job done.
What do you see out of Louisville's defense as a whole in early preparation so far?
Their defense just likes to attack. They like to blitz a ton. They're well sound all around from the back end to the linebackers to the defensive line. We just got to be able to attack them and get to where we want to get to and execute at a high level.
I know Preston was asking about the rushing attack on the first question, but do you feel like it takes a little bit of pressure off of you personally, knowing like when you do come out of the game to get a blow that somebody's able to kind of come in and just it's like the offense doesn't skip a beat essentially?
Yeah, no, for sure. It's definitely good to have we're deep as a running back room. I feel like everybody knows that now, and we kind of lean on each other. But when we're in there, we try to make plays and get us off to a good start.
You were mentioning they've got guys that you've played against in the Sun Belt. I know you played in the same league as Louisville before. Like, does the portal kind of make it where there's like within the locker room especially there's less like thought of like, oh, this is a Power 4 team?
Yeah, nah, we don't really die. I mean, I know I don't. I came from ACC school, but a lot of the guys in there, we seen what we did last year versus ACC school. So I don't think any of us are doubting. I don't think any of us are looking at it any differently. We're all guys. They're all guys, and we got to go out there and compete.
When we talked a few weeks ago, you said that you spent the summer making sure that you were getting ready to where you can really finish your runs and finish the plays and have that explosiveness throughout. How did you feel like you did that? Or do you think you did that well on Saturday, and kind of where do you still want to grow it a little bit more?
Yeah, I thought I did a solid job. Obviously, I wasn't in there a whole bunch. But when I was, I felt like I took advantage of my opportunities, finishing, a lot of runs. I ended up running out of gas on that one down here where I should have scored. But, that's on me. I got to continue to grow that because, when they need me, I got to be there.
How far has Wayne come? Obviously, he had a great camp, and he's had a great game on Saturday. As you've kind of seen him develop since you got here, has he come a long way?
Nah, he definitely has. Coming from last year, I know we had a lot of deep talks, especially early in the season last year, when he wasn't playing a lot. And his level of focus and commitment, not only to the team but to himself, to put himself in position to now when he's out there, it's almost expected for him to make plays. Likewise, me and all the other guys in the room, and it's just a joy to see him doing his thing, and we kind of leaning off each other.
We talk about the running back room, but how about having a couple quarterbacks that can run the football? And that opens things up for you guys quite a bit, doesn't it?
Nah, it most definitely does. It's we never know when it's going to get called, so when it does, it's different. But, having Sluka in there, JC in there, and then Alonzo, he's back healthy and he can run as well. So it's just a lot of different ways we can attack the defenses. There's a lot that the defense coordinators got to look at going into each and every game, and we got to be able to use that to our advantage.
Alonzo's your guy. How special was it to see him have the success and be able to play in game one after what happened last year?
Yeah, it was good. It was good for him to, be able to go out there and do his thing. It was good for him to be able to get hit a little bit. I know we don't want him getting sacked, but that was good for him as well. Just to be able to get really all of his confidence back going into this early part of the season and, going into this big game versus Louisville.
It's a little bit different with Coach Smith rotating the offensive linemen. Do you guys see that as running backs, that the line stays pretty fresh throughout the entire game because of that?
Yeah, I most definitely do. I know every time we have an offense possession, I'm always looking at the film and I always look at who's in there running back and then also who's in there offensive line. And, he rotates them quite a bit. And, that's good for us, especially versus any opponent, being able to trust those guys up front. I mean, we don't get the job done without them. And so being able to lean on those guys and have him be able to rotate so many different guys and them still be able to get the job done, it's just been good for us as an offense.
Do you love playing on the road in hostile environments like this? Will this be fun for you?
I most definitely do. Like, I'm super locked in. You see me, I don't really talk a lot, but I'm kind of laser focused on, what the mission is, and our mission is to win.
This past Saturday was your first time to play in a game under Coach Hitchler's scheme and his defense. How do you guys think you all did in that against Weber State?
I think we did good, but there's always room for improvement. Like, we dominated, but we can always get better. Just cut off the X and O's and just, day by day.
You guys kept them under 100 yards of total offense until into the fourth quarter. What were you guys doing well that helped you throughout that game?
Heavy communication and just doing our job. It's really that simple.
Looking forward to Louisville on Friday. I think they didn't give up a sack against Eastern Kentucky. I think they only allowed one quarterback hit. Is that something that you guys are talking about as you're prepping? Like, what have you seen from the offensive line?
We've seen that they're very well organized, very well coached. Again, we're just going to do our job. We're going to get to it. We're going to dominate. We're going to communicate. We're going to play as a whole, all 11. We're going to do our 1-11, and we're just going to have a good day.
Coach was talking a little bit about some of the explosive plays that Louisville can come away with. The running back, Isaac Brown, I think, had a 68-yard run. As a guy on the first level of defense down low, what do you think your sort of job is in limiting explosive plays?
Stay in my gap. Don't get turned out. And then, literally, it always comes down to doing our job. We all got to do our job. We all got to do our 1-11, hold our ground, don't get turned, stay square. We're going to stop them.
You guys are working on a little bit of a shorter week now, playing the Saturday night game and then turning around for a Friday night game. So what has this prep been like so far?
It's just another day of football, literally. We're getting ready. We're watching film. We're watching how they play, how they run. We seen their hot girls, as in like their hot topics or like where they want to go to, and we're just getting ready.
Coach talked a lot about your development this past season. How far do you feel like you've come in the past year, and what kind of went into that?
I feel like I've came a long way, but I also have a long way to go. Every day I'm just thinking like I haven't done anything yet. So that way I'm never getting satisfied, I'm never getting happy, I'm just keep going. And what I put into it, day by day, doing my job, communicating, taking that leadership role, that's it.
To have a guy like Hitch taking over as DC, coming from a place like Bama in the SEC, and a lot of talk about his preparation day by day. How have you kind of seen that maybe help impact your game, or maybe it's just scouting throughout the week?
Can you rephrase that, please?
Yeah, no. So, with his experience in the SEC, coming here to JMU, just how have you maybe seen his detailed preparation throughout the week kind of help impact you guys?
Okay, yes. He's very confident. He knows what he's talking about. He's been in the big league. He's done seen it all. So for today alone, he came in, he was giving us our report, our little daily unit meeting, and how he ran the meeting installed so much confidence in me. I was like, okay, now I'm ready. I took a lot of notes. I see this, I see that, and that just translates to the field. So he helps a lot, definitely.
Amar, how big has it been for you just to have a coaching staff that believes in you, just to be willing to kind of just give you an opportunity, and then for you just kind of apply yourself and really kind of take advantage of it?
Everything, literally everything. All it takes is a chance. Just give me a chance. Be willing to be patient and coach me up, and I can work. Because I want to work. I want it bad. I promise you I do. All it takes is one chance. And just patience, just work. It's going to be okay. Just going to be okay.
A couple years ago, I know there was the likes of a Jalen Green and Jam and other, great D linemen. What were kind of some of the things you learned from those guys?
The most I learned from them, and I talk to them to this day, but the most I learned from them was like, you just got to take it on the chin. Like it's a business. This is how college football works. Everything's not going to go your way. You're going to have your highs, your lows, but you can't react. Like you just got to get better, learn from it, keep working, keep going day by day.
On the field, what's been your biggest growth as a football player? I was talking with somebody, and they felt like the mental side of things has improved so much for you over the last couple of years. Where do you see your biggest gains on the football field?
My biggest gains is definitely communication. I'm leading the D-line. I'm helping now. I'm giving checks as well, just like Trent Hendrick. And then also my eyes. It's all slowed down now. I'm seeing it all. I'm breaking it down, like pre-snap keys, little things like that.
Do you feel like you understand the game better now than you did a couple years ago?
100%. And I'm going to continue to improve, but 100%.
How about off the football field? Talk about that. Have you made some huge strides there as well?
Film. Taking notes, like I said earlier, taking notes, watching film, just seeing the formation, seeing the little tendencies of the offense, what are they going to do, and then so that way I can be able to communicate throughout my whole D-line. Oh, they're going this way, oh, they're going that way. Oh, watch out for this, watch out for that. Just little things like that.
We asked George this earlier, but it's probably a little bit different since he was at an ACC school, you being here the entire time. When you play a team from an ACC school or a team from a Power 4 conference, is it different for you? Just you want to prove a point? Do you have a little chip on your shoulder? Is there anything different for you when you play a bigger school like this?
Honestly, no. Everything's day by day. You bleed how I bleed. We all got to work. We all got to earn it. It's not going to be easy at all, and I know it isn't. But I'm just going to work because I know we all going to work because we want it bad. I see our defense as a whole, and really just the whole JMU culture. We are undersized, but we want it bad. We are hungry, so we're going to go and get it.
You mentioned that you noticed improvement in your eyes and the game kind of slowing down for you. Was that something that you noticed gradually getting better and maybe the game slowing down a little bit, or is it something now that you're here and you're looking back at maybe your freshman year and you're like, oh, now I can see the game has really slowed down?
Yes. Every day, like I said, I'm going to improve, but every day I just see it slowing down more and more. I was talking to Elijah Cup earlier. I was like, you communicate, because he's a corner. You communicate to me, I communicate to you. I'm still learning it. I'm still learning how all this works going on, especially like the formations, wide receiver, this and that. But I'm seeing it, though. That's all that matters. So, like, just day by day.